Alright, so I moved my strap because it was in the way. Alright, so you're just going to want to probably route this along the handlebar. It'll zip tie all down here nicely. Alright. Okay, and then right here is the connector for the headlight. Just go ahead and plug that in. There's only one way it can go. Alright, let me run some zip ties on here. Wish I had some black ones. But I don't. I'm going to disconnect the connector and go behind all the cables, behind the clutch and the throttle cable. Alright, I'll snip those off later. See how it looks over here. Probably going to zip tie these connectors together here so it's a cleaner look. Alright, get your diagonal cutters. Alright, so the harness is coming down here. What I plan to do is route it with the throttle cable, which will sit here, which will sneak behind the tank. Okay? I'm going to hide any excess wiring here. And everything's labeled for me here. I got the brake light, so that's going to go way back. Here's the power in. So ground will go here, and then the power wire will come from the new ignition. Okay, and then we got one more, the brake switch, which will go down here and will wire up the switch for the rear pedal. So let me think this through a little bit more, and then I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so here's what I got so far. Ran this down, tied it up loosely, kind of laid out where this needs to go. For instance, this is the brake switch. This is going to drop down here and be in this area. The brake light towards the back. Make sure you take your fender, just kind of mock it up. Make sure everything's going to reach okay. Now the power wire is way back here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it right back along the loom and just leave it up in this area here, so when I'm ready to do that, so I'm just going to leave that right here. This will be ready to go with the new ignition. Tighten this up. Okay, that looks good. Let's get something for the drop here. Okay, so the switch is going to be mounted right here, and it's going to hook up right here. At least that's the plan. So we'll leave this like that for now. It'll probably, all the wiring will probably be hidden behind this number plate here. So I'll just leave that like that. Put another zip tie right there. So this is all above this tube here because I know you can see right in here. So I'm just going to try to hide it as best as possible. Alright, that's nice and tucked up. Probably want to go with 2 on the connector. That's probably it'll slip real easy. So get 2 on there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's get the fender mounted up. Alright, so for the fender, this was straight across pretty much, and what I've done is I've trimmed this here with just a utility knife, and basically to get this to sit up here. And there's a little bit of a mismatch here, but I think once I tighten the bolts, that'll suck up. So I marked it with the Sharpie marker. You can see my 2 black marks here. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and hold it in place while I just drill. It is only plastic. Alright, so hold it where you want it and go for it. This one walked on me a little bit. Then we're going to have to put one bigger one here in for the wiring. So I'm going to drill a hole right about there for the wiring. can take a small X-Acto knife and chamfer the hole so no sharp edges on there. Do both the inside and the outside. It's a little off from the Sharpie marker, but that's alright. It's because I decided to hold it in place, probably a little more accurate. So I just wipe that clean. Alright. Alright, pull the wires through. Put your hardware in and hopefully it'll fit. I might have to enlarge the holes, but I'm going to try this for now. It looks like it fits. Alright. Alright, the nuts are 9/32. Phillips on top. Alright, so I lost the washer, but I decided to go with the heavier, or larger OD washer anyway. Using hardware on the other side. It's alright.